uncorked. Is this one on? Vintage Virginia. 50 wineries, 350 wines, 20,000 people, food, music, fun. What am I still doing here? Let's go. What can you guys tell us about the destination?
Well, this is one of the oldest and longest running and largest wine festivals on the East Coast. This is the 27th annual Vintage Virginia.
So that's what we bring to the table here, and it's a great time.
It's the time to come and collect your wine for the year. Taste, sample, buy, and take home.
This is not just wine, it's arts and crafts and so many other things. Of my wine festival days in New Zealand. These guys really know what they're doing. Ray, would you mind just tell us about the wine in Virginia?
Well, Virginia's wine industry has been exploding. This show is put on by the Virginia Wineries Association. Across the Way Productions helps manage the show and make it happen, and the wineries get to come and be in one place. You've got 2 or 3 million people that live in the Baltimore or the Washington, Northern Virginia area, and they can visit about a quarter or a third of the wineries by driving a short distance instead of traveling all over the state.
Yeah. What is unique to the area?
Many different grape varietals and many great wines in this region, and that's partly due to the Appalachian Mountains and the altitude that we have. We have a lot of the hills in the range of 800 to 1,200 feet in altitude, and that's a sweet spot for growing grapes or apples or any sort of orchard industry.
So what do you have to offer today?
We've got Norton, a grape that's native to Virginia. It's famous for being a good dry American grape. Most American grapes, they have a foxiness or a musky flavor about them, and usually they're sweetened up in order to make that foxiness go away. We also have Cab Franc, which grows very well in Virginia.
So, what brings you here? Pirates drink beer. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm not against drinking some wine. That's a stereotype, and I won't have it. I'll drink wine all day long.
So
Wow, you don't have any beer, do you?
Hello. Tell me about your wine.
How you doing? I have cheese.
Tell me just a little bit about your winery, the history, and you.
We're a Chateau Le Garage winery, relatively small, but really focusing on making some fabulous wines. We buy half our fruit from local growers that we contract with early and have long-term plans with. And then the rest comes off our own vineyard. But it's really focused on making great reds. We have a couple of whites that we're selling of other folks.
Which one is your signature wine?
My signature wine is our Tracerelli.
And how long have you been open?
We actually opened the doors last year. I've been in the business for 27 years now, between New York and California, and now here in Virginia.
Yeah. How long would you put that Bordeaux type wine in the oak?
We leave that in the oak 12 months, so we bottle it just before the next vintage comes out.
And which oaks would you prefer?
I like a blend. I use some American, I get some French, and I do a little bit of Hungarian in there also.
Fantastic. And what is the toasting, how does that play a role in your...
The toasting of the barrels?
Yes.
Very interesting question. I had somebody in the tasting room yesterday said, what's toasted oak? And I explained to them how we do that, or caramelized oak, how we get that flavor.
Yes.
It's really important to have that barrel over the fire to get that toast level proper. The sugars in that toast really marry and blend with that wine in a way that, 1 + 1 = 3. EC's gonna pour our Tracerelli. Okay, and this is a 2006. It's all off our vineyard. Tracerelli means 3 sisters, and it's for the 3 pieces of the wine that go together in our blend. Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Petit Verdot. Okay?
This is beautiful.
Thank you. It's just being released recently. We had it in the bottle about 10 months now.
10 months.
Just showing really well.
Young babies.
Yes. Actually, 1789 restaurant in Georgetown, a premier restaurant, has been carrying this for a while now. They really enjoy this wine, and it's great to have a signature like that.
So tell me about the genie in this glass. What do I expect in the nose, and what is the tannins and the finish?
Well, the genie is sometimes is a little more elusive to describe than others. Usually after my second glass, I get more descriptive on it.
Give this man more wine.
So I really get this bright, the fruit is forward, but it's mature. There's a black-red flavor character in the fruit, in the nose.
There's a heaviness. I can feel the heavy on the back of the tongue.
Yes, but it's not, it's a comfortable weight,
Yes,
you know?
yes.
It really rounds out. It's a full flavor. It's a Merlot base. So in having that Merlot, it rounds out forward, but not too heavy in the back. And it makes it a little drinkable earlier, too.
Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
I make potato chips. Woo! Hey Ben, just tell me about your wines and where you are.
Deborah, I am Ben Renshaw. I make 8 Shaves North. It's my first wine. I have managed vineyards in Loudoun County for several years and decided to go from vine to wine.
Life is too short. Always drink good wine.
I'll drink to that.